Basically, this topic was something that I saw come up on social media. Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, and I was just pretty much just I didn't make any fuss about it too much, other than I read the details, and it comes to find it was pretty much noted that the teller that called was a black woman, and I found that kind of somewhat strange, but I didn't really look further into it, other than that fact was known. Now, I remember Tone Talks in the chat, and it's just, one of the things is about the whole ADOS FBA movement is that some people are kind of like really zealothified, if that's a word, meaning they're so fixed on some type of like group or clique or whatever, or subgroup, that it doesn't even matter to them if you state the facts. Like, I remember stating the facts in the chat that this was not, anybody other than a black person they called the police, which primarily uh, most tellers are, particularly depending on the area. Especially, you got to think Atlanta, any of the major cities where black people are. Most of the tellers are gonna be African American. Tellers don't really make that much money. It's pretty much an entry level job. It's like almost being a cashier at a grocery store. So I mean, a lot of times, just because of the way black people are in society, a lot of times we do take those like bottom strong jobs. I mean, that's just that being said. Uh, Atlanta, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much a hub of a lot of entry level jobs that a lot of black women work. Um, it actually Atlanta has a big homeless population that is pretty much a lot of people wouldn't know unless you actually visited there. So I went there 2013. So I kind of saw it, face to face. Yeah, what is so peculiar about this situation is I was actually listening to Roger report, and the details. I remember that the teller was African American woman, and the thing about it is, a lot of times people are saying, "Oh, these people, all these, incels on the manosphere, all they talk about is uh, gainocratic, feminist talking points, and they can't get laid, and blah 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 blah, yada yada yada." And it's like, at the end of the day, it is certain elements and components that are at play. I mean, it just is what it is. I knew that well before I was on YouTube, that a lot of times, a lot of black women are used as attack dogs, uh, for the white power structures in America, and as well as just they do it because they might, even in this case, they hate men. I mean, just even not even so much just on some like, all right, I'm gonna be a tool for, I guess the term now would be a divester. I would say that a lot of black women that are kind of like resenting towards black men, calling them bullet bags, and wanting to actually see death upon them, and even more physically, in a sense of trying to profit off of their actual blood and death, such as in the um, buying large mansions movement. you basically have a lot of women that just self-direct their hatred towards black men by proxy of the fact that maybe they weren't raised with their dad in the household. Their mom ran their dad away. Mom might even put in propaganda into the children's ear, because see, that's what goes on a lot of times. Uh, in order to paint the narrative that the father was the issue, a lot of mothers, single mothers, will pretty much propagandize their children to portray that the father was just basically at fault, and he was just this evil bad person that left you and left me astray. And all the while, a lot of children grow up to find out that in fact it was the mother that was at fault there, that drove the man away, that made it uncomfortable, provided no peace whatsoever, and constantly wanted to argue, fuss, and fight. And by the end, the scars and the wounds is already there by the time they reach adulthood. So I think pretty much that's what's going on here in this case with this teller. Just kind of something that I've kind of faced a lot in my life. I I don't know how many times I've actually faced situations where I had to deal with someone that I could tell just did not like me. Just the fact that I was someone that maybe probably looked like their father or somebody that did something wrong to them, and this person shared the same ethnic culture or whatever that I had, and it's something that I'm used to now to a certain degree. But I'm gonna just stop talking, and basically I'm going to share my screen, and I will show something basically kind of like a loaded gun. Um, this woman actually, they actually released the 911 calls, and it will show how kind of somewhat even delusional, and how in the title of this video where this woman is kind of like pretty much a Karen, a black Karen, and you will actually see how I don't even know if I don't know if this lady is fired at this point. I believe that he is definitely going to probably, if he wanted to, file a lawsuit and get a payday off of this, because they would have to give him some type of compensation. The fact of his he's a high net worth individual, and this is very much shameful situation he had to or have an ordeal with. And yeah, if I was him, I would definitely. I mean, a lot of times when you go through situations like this, lawyers contact you. You don't even have to contact the lawyer. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna show you. First, I'm gonna show you the footage of the actual arrest in case you did not see it. This is Ryan Coogler, director of Black Panther, basically getting arrested at his own bank. He was just trying to withdraw 12 grand. Uh, and it's just, you know, I'll
Come here,
say
favor,
more
man.
later.
Come this way. Put your hand behind your back.
Change my back. Okay, got it. You got it.
Whoa, what does it say?
Fellas, I really should do it. Now for me.
What's going on, my man?
Trying to put money on my own.
You said what?
Yeah,
This your phone?
yeah, sure.
Good job, guys. And I said, how can I help you? And she said, look at the note. And the note said, I want to withdraw 12,000, be discreet. said, you want to make a withdrawal into which account? He said, he just kept putting, he's like, look at the note. So I'm like, okay. He did give me his ID, it was a California ID, but my stomach started turning, like, I'm like, okay, it just seems odd because you're making a withdrawal, but you have a note on the back of your deposit slip, and you keep telling me, look at the note, but you don't want to talk to me. I did that, and I walked around, and I told him not to do it, because I don't feel comfortable about this transaction. He gave me a note and told me to
I stated to the officers that arrested me that had their Glocks off. But I was putting money on my own account.
I understand.
I put my own bank card in there for the lady in the back. You know what I'm saying?
So we have to confirm that. You gotta understand.
Yeah, as she's gonna start pretty much, they're gonna release the 911 call. He put his own ID. He had his own ID. He had his debit card pretty much put in for authorization. I mean, I had Bank of America, and I mean, I'm gonna just say they probably got at least $5,000 off of overdraft fees from me before I canceled my account. But yeah, I mean, this is part of the rest. I'm not gonna play all of it. Basically, he explaining, I mean, this is my account. Why you guys arrested me? So this is a smoking gun right here. This is what compelled me to do this video. This is the actual 911 dispatch of the bank teller. You heard her after he's already arrested. This is the actual 911 dispatch footage of the teller calling in.
feel comfortable. So he got in. So I just told my manager I didn't feel comfortable. So he told me it just seemed weird. So I just told my manager I didn't feel comfortable. So he told me to call police while he, I guess, stalled for
What
a
is
minute.
what is on the note, ma'am?
It just says I want to withdraw $12,000. Just be discreet.
Is this an actual customer, or are they trying to rob the bank?
They had a debit card and he inserted it. He gave me a California ID, but I was like, okay,
They're right there. Like, I mean, it's just a lot of women, and especially, I mean, including black women, they just kind of just delusional. And you see, she didn't even answer the question. They don't even like answering the question, yes or no. Like, I mean, is he a bank customer? What is a bank customer? Someone that has an ID and a bank card. Duh. I mean, I mean, it's just man, it's just kind of man stupidity at its best. So listen more to this delusion, man.
I was like, how do you want the cash back? And he's like, just look at the note.
And he had no weapons, correct?
Not that I know of. He just has on black sunshades and a black hat.